Okay, so last week I mentioned to several of you that I took the multiple intelligences test, and a lot of you had interest in taking it yourself, so I decided to make that your startup today, especially since we have the computers for the Meiosis lab. If you follow along through the directions, you're going to take the multiple intelligence test. I will give you a handout for that. You're going to complete the multiple intelligences test, and then you're going to show me that you have completed that handout in order to receive your computer. Once you receive the computer, I want you to go to my website, and you're going to click on the Startup Survey link, and I will show you how to do that. You will take the survey, so I have a record of your results. And then when you finish that startup, then you can go to my website, Lesson on Meiosis. So to give you official directions on how to complete the survey, this is just a small portion of it, but what you want to take note of is that you are going to indicate a 1 if you mostly disagree with the statement regarding yourself, 2 for slightly disagree, 3 for slightly agree, and 4 for mostly agree. So for instance, if I was to take the survey and I look at I can play a musical instrument, well, I did take piano lessons when I was small, so I could probably indicate a slightly agree for that. I would write a 3 in the open box. Every other box needs to remain untouched, and you'll understand why in just a moment. So make sure that when you complete this that you are filling in just the boxes. That's a disappearing pen, so that wasn't a good choice. That are open. So I have a song or piece of music in my head. Slightly agree. I like to sing along in my head or play music. I find it easy to make up stories. I mostly disagree with that. I'm not very good at making up stories. So hopefully you get the idea. You just mark the box with whatever number applies to you. So why do you mark just that box? Because when it comes to the calculation portion, which is on the back of your page, which looks like this, so here's the original boxes that I had, you are ultimately going to be adding them up down the column. So let's pretend, for instance, that I had a 3 and a 4, and this was all of my boxes. You're going to actually have more than this, but if I take the 3 and the 4, that adds up to 7. That goes into this box here. You will end up with a total on each of these. If you have something more than 20, because 20 is the max, then you have done something wrong. Once you have these results, then I want you to either highlight or circle or underline or star, whatever you need to, the top 3 at most. You can even indicate just 1 or 2 that you feel you're strong in, and the bottom ones, I should say, or your bottom 2 categories. Once you're finished with that, I want to know how you performed on this test. So you're going to go to, well, before that, you're going to look at what your strengths are in. You're going to analyze the table that is also handed out to you, the multiple intelligences table that each of you will receive a copy of, and you're going to analyze it and look at some of the related tasks or activities that can help you to become a better student and understanding concepts that might be difficult for you. You may discover that you have a way that will help you to learn better for class if you utilize some of the things that are recommended to you from this. Once you have done all of this, because I want you to have at least a couple ideas of how you're going to apply it to yourself, you will finally, at that point, be ready to go to my website and complete the survey. So most of you, all of you, should know how to get to my website. And it is opening up, so we'll wait just a moment. There it is. And of course, if you look at the bottom or left side of the page, there's the Unit 5 cell division. Bottom unit is our current unit. And the website link that you are going to want to go to, if you scroll across, is right here. So today, of course, is 10/26. Oh, that's not correct. Excuse me. 10/29. And the startup survey says Startup MI Survey for Multiple Intelligences. If you click on that, it will take you to the page, and that's where you answer the question. So if I click linguistic, musical, which are not actually my strengths, and then logical and interpersonal, And some of you might say, oh, I'm going to skip this one. How are you going to help yourself? You have to type something there. And if I see I don't know in the response, I'm going to put it right now just to demonstrate what you should not do, then I will, of course, deduct points. You're going to hit the submit button, and it will indicate that your response has been recorded. Some of you might say, well, she's not going to know whether or not I submitted my response. But if I click over here, as you can see, there's a record of the one that I just completed. So I will see whether or not you have completed the survey as you move along. Once you have completed the survey, you are finally ready for the Meiosis lab. If you go back to my website, you will see the website link here. Save yourself some time. Don't try to type in the web address. And then for the rest of the period, including tomorrow, you will have the time to complete that. You're going to want to go through the narrated and step-through version. The step-through slows it down, but it's good to watch it in narrated form so you can see it moving and hear it talk to you. If you have any questions, of course, I will be available. Thank you very much. And how do I stop this? Okay, so I'm done. How do I stop it? Uh-oh. What's down here at the bottom? And